Hello and welcome back to the Friday Feels episode of the U Up Podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you? What's going on? What's the haps?
I'm a little frustrated.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's how you're feeling today?
That's
on Friday
a
Feels?
little Friday frustration.
What's happening in your life?
It sounds like a little bit of a luxury lounge issue.
That's okay.
You know.
The luxury lounge might be coming back.
I think it's
teaser.
Safest place on the internet.
The safest place to complain about anything you'd like. All you have to do is subscribe to the J Train podcast. And every Tuesday is Ticked Off Tuesday. I'm doing that show daily now, you know?
Ticked Off Tuesdays every day.
Well, there might be a transition.
Is that saying something about your current vibe?
That I'm a big
That you're ticked off every day?
Every day.
Yes.
Just angry every day. Well, it's a podcast. I created the Luxury Lounge as a place where anyone can complain about anything and no one can say to you,
it's genius.
Oh, you got bigger problems. Of course. That's why I'm in the lounge. This is where, so let's imagine this is the
Safe
Luxury
place.
Lounge. This is a safe place. Yeah.
Safe place.
Please.
So my pool liner.
Great
I told
opening.
you I prefaced
Great
it.
start.
I
You're really
prefaced it with a
killing
lie.
it.
I
Yeah.
had to preface it. My pool liner needs to be replaced.
Okay.
Because the woman I bought the house from is a piece of shit.
To put it mildly, she listens to every episode.
Put it
now.
mildly. I don't
Absolutely.
think she listens, but like she basically didn't maintain a lot of the house after she sold it.
Okay.
So the pool liner needs to be replaced. It was very
And the
old.
liner's like the linoleum at the bottom
The
of the pool.
vinyl
The thing that
thing.
keeps your feet from getting scratched
Yes.
up. Yeah.
Yes. I wish it was a gunite pool, but it's not. It's a vinyl liner pool.
Can't have it all.
You can't have it all.
Sometimes you can just have a 10-bedroom mansion.
All right,
in Long
that's
Island.
not the case. But
okay.
anyway, okay. So I have this issue with a lot of places that I use on Long Island,
Okay.
which is like I find that, and it's weird because it's not like I moved to like a rural area in the middle of nowhere. I moved to
Right.
Long Island, which is like an hour outside of New York City, or the area within Long Island I live with. I find that businesses out there are just run like horribly. Like every business is
Right.
like a small business. And no
We
one
hate
answers.
small businesses on this podcast.
We hate, I Starbucks.
Family-run businesses,
sorry,
nothing worse.
Dunkin' Donuts everywhere.
Yeah, we want Dunkin' Donuts. We want, we want
I want a
huge conglomerates.
Yes.
Walmart, Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, here's why I'm like a huge
TJ Maxx. We want.
I'm
malls.
obsessed with efficiency.
Right. Well,
Right.
and I do think that's a millennial trait.
Perhaps.
We love Googling a place before we go, making sure things are going to happen on the schedule.
Mobile ordering.
Yeah, mobile ordering. Don't give me a 2-hour window. You have the technology to do. You have satellites in the sky. Tell me how many minutes until the truck is here. I want to watch the bike on the screen as
Yes.
my food gets delivered. We love that.
Yes.
We want the Uber to be rolling in as we walk out of the door. So I'm with you.
But all these Long Island businesses, I think, are like kind of family businesses. It's like whether it's like a contractor or a landscaper or like the pool people. Like,
They're all in cahoots.
yeah, everyone's like working for their dad, and
Right.
like I find that no one answers. It's just like run totally different than anything in the city, which is like efficient. Like if you're not calling someone back and you run a business in Manhattan, you're just like done. Like your business doesn't exist anymore.
Right. You're telling them something and you can tell they're not writing it down. Like
Right.
you can tell like
They're like, he'll call you. He'll call you back. Like it's
Right.
been 4 days. What the fuck?
Just leave a message on the answering machine. You're like, what is it, 1998? And I'm going to ask like a
Right.
girl out on a date? Like what's going on here?
Yes. So I get like several quotes for this pool liner.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This is an underrated thing about Long Island that people from outside of here don't know. I'm from outside of here.
Okay.
Long Island is underratedly bumpkin. Like it is underratedly
Hickish.
slow.
I guess depends on where you are.
I'm living at my parents' house and I moved down the street from my parents. It's very
Could be. Yeah. In some areas more than others.
some areas more than others, but I'm saying it's underrated. You
Sure.
would think it's this cosmopolitan New York Northeast in the know place. No, there's a lot
We're
of
all
fools
hicks.
and idiots out there too. Yeah, there's there's some parts of Long Island you're like, am I in Kentucky? And there's certain parts of Kentucky where I'm like, am I in New York? So
Sure.
to go back and forth.
Yes. And again, I love it out there, especially
you're
where I
comfy.
live. It's lovely.
Well, when you have a fortress.
Okay. But the businesses out there, it's like I've been trying to get this liner locked in since last fall. And I've gotten a few different quotes. They're all wildly different. There's no like standardized pricing.
Right.
So you have no idea if you're getting ripped off. So you have to
Right.
get like 15 quotes. And then I go with the one that seems like the best price. But then I'm like, they fucking suck.
There's a reason they're the best price, and
Yes.
you don't find out
Until it's too late.
Right. Especially you're moving from the city back to the suburbs. There is a little bit of an advantage to the people that like stayed around home or moved home young.
They know how everything, they have their guys.
Right.
Yeah.
They know how it all works.
But
you know,
no
you're
one
my
even-
cousin Vinny.
No one even has a good guy though. Like
Right.
because we're from there. So we're like, who do your parents use? Who do whatever? And like everyone's like, they use this person, but they don't like them. That's what that's every recommendation I've gotten for every single
Such a Jewish
vendor
answer.
is we use this person, wouldn't recommend
I
them.
know.
They
they're,
suck.
They're horrible. I use them
Basically.
every week.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's like
I
I've been
got
using-
the guy who cleans my
There's
pool.
no other
He's
way.
horrible, but that's all we got. And you're not going to start a pool lining business.
No, obviously not. And like
That's just pool liners.
And so we lock in this company. They were supposed to install it in the first week of May. They come to install it. They're like, we measured wrong. It's the wrong size. So like,
At that point, you're fired.
I already have a deposit, right?
Give me my deposit back.
well, now,
You measured wrong.
Well, he goes.
Deposit gone.
Well, to me. Like
He says to you,
I'd have to get the deposit back. But he's like very apologetic. They're going to expedite it. It'll be here in a week. It's now as of this record, it's a month later. They don't have it.
It's getting hot.
I'm like,
they're gonna get
and
more
again,
orders.
This is where I feel like the biggest asshole. I'm like, I have
You're
a
in the
pool
lounge.
party I'd like to throw.
Right. No,
Where
no.
is
This,
my-
you're right.
Where is my liner?
No, you don't. You don't have to apologize for
I
this
mean,
complaint. It's summertime. I have a pool. I thought this would be done a month ago. To me, their busy season should be March, April, May.
It is.
And now
That's
it's
why
going
they
to be
don't-
even busier because they
I've
probably
been-
haven't done shit.
And I thought I was getting ahead of it by
Name
like,
their name. Let's shame this. No,
they have 1 week.
until you name
And
them
then
on
I
this
am
podcast.
naming them and I'm bringing them all down. I call this guy every day. I am the most annoying person.
Let's call them now.
I
Put them
call
on
him.
speaker.
I email him. I'm like, hey, what's going on? When's it coming in? I know
Right.
you said it was this date. Is it still? I just want to
Listen,
confirm
when you
it's this
give
date.
a deposit, there is an element of I am owed something. So
Yes.
they do have your money.
I'm 3 days from contacting the Better Business Bureau.
Whoa.
That's my little. That's my little card that I try to.
Yeah, I never fall for that threat. 3 days from I need my money back. I'm going to go to a different company.
I want my money now.
Now. Yeah, you get, I want my money and I want it now.
And what I'm learning is cheap is expensive.
Cheap is expensive. You got to, but you wouldn't have gone with the cheapest if someone had said to you.
Right.
That's the problem.
That's
And
the
more
issue.
than anything else. Because
Well-
I would have gone with it. To blame yourself going to the cheapest option is not fair to you.
So this is the second. Actually, I mean, like to give more color to the story. This is like the second company that I've even given a deposit for. So when
Okay.
I first moved in, I found out about this liner issue. This was summer 2023, right?
2 years without a pool.
I know, right? I should be.
I don't know how we're living.
Is there a charity?
I don't know. I think
Is
we're
there
going
a
to start a
charity that can a
GoFundMe.
Kickstarter?
Yeah, we got to start a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, rather?
Yeah. We got to get you back on your feet.
This is the podcast for assholes. Okay. So I get a recommendation for a pool guy from someone I know. He's like, he's great. He doesn't work with just anyone. He's been our guy.
Soho House
You
of
have to
pool
you have to
companies.
tell him we sent you, or he's not taking anyone new. So I'm like, all right, great. I'm like locking in this. I've got an in for the connects for
You're
this
blowing
new
up
pool
the pool
guy.
floats.
I like set it up. I'm like ready to go, and then I give him a deposit for the summer 2024. And then I realize by like April of summer 2024 that I'm going to be moving out of the house for the summer, so I'm not going to open the pool.
Right, you're doing the reno.
Yes. So I'm like, I call him. He's like, oh, it's fine. Like I didn't order it yet, so like I'll give you back the deposit. So he gives me back like a third of the deposit, and then he's like, I'll give you the rest in like 2 weeks. This is all through like fucking Venmo. He's like, I'll give you the rest in 2 weeks. And then I'm like, all right, fine. Like, that's fine.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, I reach out to him and I'm like, hey, like, just wondering, like, when, like, I could expect the rest of the deposit back. No answer. No answer.
He's at the casino making it back.
No answer. I'm calling him. No answer.
Yeah.
Leaving voicemails. I'm texting him. No, literally just no answer.
Right.
Eventually, he goes, hey, I'm having like a little bit of a cash flow issue. This is not the first time I've heard this from a Long Island business. Having
Cash
cash
flow
flow
issue.
Yes.
Right. This is bad.
Yes.
Yeah. So what did he say? It's all up his nose. What's going on?
He's like, I'll have it to you in another 2 weeks. And basically, I think what I found is that like the only way, and this is like a bad lesson to learn to have ingrained in you, is that I just have to harass people. Like if you are annoying enough,
right,
you're the first person to get paid is the person who won't stop calling you.
Right. They got to get you.
I
off
am the
their
collection
back.
agency.
Yeah, you're my grandmother. This is like what my grandmother would do. She would just have nothing else to do but to bother people. Yeah. She has nothing.
No, but I do have other shit to do, and it's like a little bit. But I'm like, I have to like harass these people just to get the lowest, most basic form of customer service.
Right. No, this is horrific. I can't imagine going through this, and especially when you're staring at a pool every day, like on hot days, you're like
with the wrong liner in it,
right?
The shitty liner.
With the bad no, this is a bad.
I mean, again, there are way worse.
You
issues.
do not have to say that.
Okay.
There's way worse issues than someone's dating garbage.
Fine. Yeah.
That they send to us. This is an important issue.
I mean, it's an important issue to me.
To me,
I want you to be invited to the pool.
I should be doing cannonballs in this pool.
I know.
Already. It's crazy.
What is going on?
I'm a swimmer.
You are a swimmer.
I swam in high school.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
You randomly reveal facts that you've never mentioned on this show.
I'm an onion. Just
okay.
keep on peeling
well,
me.
that's my saga about the pool liner.
Breaststroke.
You have 7 days.
Now I just do it in my free time.
They have 7 days. And again, there's nothing that makes you feel like a bigger fucking suburban asshole loser than being like, I would like to have an event. A pool event, and the pool like those are the angry customer service events.
Well, that's
I'm
your
like,
complaint
is someone dying? I don't.
That's your complaint to the family business.
Well, I'm just like, you told me it would be open by Memorial Day. Like we had
Antonetti's pool cleaning service.
No one's answering.
Jordana again. Yeah, I'm having a cash flow issue. No, we're gonna get you to your pool party. Don't worry. Heard about your dog's balls. Heard they're pretty small from my vet.
Oh my God.
I feel like everyone's the vet.
Yes. Oh my God. I get so many DMs about updates for Ron's balls.
How are Ron's balls?
They seem normal to me.
Okay.
It's wonderful. Anyway, should we get into our episode?
Let's talk about what we're talking about today. UUP@betches.com. You can send in anything you'd like dating-wise. Send in your pool issues. We'll talk about your pool.
Yeah.
We could talk
those
about
are
anything.
dating adjacent.
Listen, I would love a dating pool kind of combo. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
House party, dating, anything.
Summer story. I mean, tomorrow's the first day of summer.
It's tomorrow and you don't have a pool? Sans pool?
I mean, it's tomorrow when this episode comes out.
I'm on the road. If you're out there in London, Stamford, Connecticut, Manchester, Connecticut, I'm there. Hartford, I need you. Okay? Hartford is a sad and lonely place. I'm there this weekend. No one should have to be in Hartford for anything. And I'm there to do shows for whatever monsters show up to this club. So please, okay, come assemble the group chat. I try to bring cheer and merriment in my sack of jokes.
You're like those performers that perform for the troops in
That's
Afghanistan.
Me. Right. In this Hartford's the Afghanistan of Connecticut. So I'm gonna be there 4 shows this weekend. Tell someone in the area, even Worcester. I think Springfield, Massachusetts is close to Hartford.
I've heard of.
Worcester's Western Mass. Springfield is near Hartford. I'm also going to be in London, which is a lot better. London and Stamford.
Not to compare.
I don't compare cities. It's just a stage and a mic to me. Bloomington, Brea. Go to my calendar, jaredfree.com, jaredfree.com. Get those tickets. Come to the show. We're adding a whole fall tour. Oh, subscribe to the YouTube. You can watch this whole fun pool conversation.
Yes. You can see it, subscribe, or subscribe to the podcast, get 2 bonus episodes a month, ad-free, a day early, the works.
And we're talking about our lives on there, not just pool stuff.
Yes, the hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah, we talk about our dating life, our relationship life, our married life. You're getting the inside scoop on J&J. We
All
love
of it.
A subscriber.
Yes.
Okay, what are we talking about?
All right. Hey, J&J, longtime fan, new subscriber. I have a dating story I wish I was making up. Here's my icky or picky or red flag or deal breaker, whichever fits best.
Here we go.
So I went on 2 dates with this nice Jewish guy. I'm also Jewish.
Good for you.
We had a ton in common. Music, TV show was books, the usual green flags. Date 1 was simple and sweet. Ice cream, easy convo, good vibes. What do you think of an ice cream date? Would you ever do one?
I would do one.
First
I've done
date?
them. I've done them. First date. Like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your flavor?
Did I tell this story on this podcast? I went on an ice cream date.
I did not
This
hear.
was
I would have
horrific.
remembered an ice cream date.
Well, I got messaged after a show.
Cone or cup?
Cone. Come on. Cone with a cone where they make so much I have to put it in the cup.
Then you're like going down on the cone though on the date. Is
That
like
I want
sort
to
of
show
the
them what I
issue.
can do.
Okay.
So I
Stripping all over your fingers.
just everything all over me.
Yeah.
They say, I love a messy cone eater. I'm on. This woman messaged me after a show, and I was like, she was like, recently. She's
Okay.
like, let's go get some ice cream. That was her message, and I saw she was hot. I was like, I got nothing to do tomorrow. Salt and Straw is right down the street from me in the West Village, you know, where I was living. Salt and Straw. Have you been?
No, my place was Sundays and Cones. I really like that place in East Village.
In the East Village.
Yeah.
Sundays and Cones.
Yes.
You've never been to a Salt and Straw.
I don't think so.
They have quite a product.
What's so good about their product?
They're doing inventive flavors. It is, I would say, the whole premise of Salt and Straw is how crazy the flavors are. And when you go in,
I don't like a crazy flavor that much.
but would you want to try it? Like,
Crazy how?
well, they have the one here. They have is you're not going to like this one. They have a pastrami sandwich ice cream.
No.
It's like one of those things. I tried it just to be like, what is this?
Okay.
It's only worth a try. Like, it's almost like they have it just to try and no one should buy it.
I hate asking for tries. I feel like very embarrassed.
So this is the point of this whole story. Salt and Straw, it almost is such a crazy place, and the people treat it as like, the people working there are like sommeliers. They'll like talk to you about whatever you just tried. So they're really encouraging
They
trying.
want you to try.
And they have a little fun hole in the counter that you slide.
It's like a gimmicky place.
It's not.
Like Build-A-Bear.
It's gimmicky. Yeah, maybe. It's gimmicky in the sense that like they're doing so many different weird flavors that like if people just are like, I want vanilla, they're not going to go there.
Right. How much is a cone? $25?
About $72. Something
Okay.
crazy. But the whole gimmick is that like, first of all, the baby thinks that they do extra salt, like they're like doing an amount of salt in their ice cream to make it make you want it more.
Okay.
He thinks he's got conspiracy
conspiracy,
theories
okay.
all over the place. So I don't think so.
So you took this woman to
So
the...
I go, hey, meet me at Salt and Straw. It's in the West Village. We can get some ice cream, go for a walk. West Side Highway.
Okay.
I think that's a worthwhile date.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
Is that how you phrased it? I
Yeah,
think
some
that's
bitch is coming to
worthwhile.
meet me and eat
Yeah.
some ice cream. I'll
Okay.
get some ice cream out of it. So we go to Salt and Straw, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And there's a bench outside. She meets me by the bench. Hey, good
First
to meet
date?
you. First
Okay.
date, never
Okay.
met. We kind of have a little chit chat on the bench. How'd you know, what show were you at? What happened? How did this come to be? Okay, let's get some ice cream. We go in there and there's someone in front of us and they're with the guy. There's one guy working there. And like, listen, everyone has heard the joke or the premise of like someone who tries too many flavors at the ice cream
Right.
place.
That's
like a
why I
hack.
hate asking.
Right, it's like a hack
Right, yeah.
bit though. Like, oh, can you believe how many people? And I've done it. I'm guilty of it.
Sure.
But I would say Salt and Straw is encouraging you to try a lot of stuff. Like, and I think at Salt and Straw, it's
It's like a tasting, if you will.
a tasting, right? And because they talk with you and you have the person's like with you during this taste test. I think you get 3 and then make your choice.
That's fair.
That to me,
Tops.
that's
3 tops, I think.
if you went for 4, I'd go. You're here, whatever.
I would judge someone who went for 4.
Judgment or no judgment, fine. You have a right to your judgment. I'm with this girl, and we're like trying to talk, and then like we get to the front. So we're getting to know each other. We get to the front. The guy's like, "Hey, welcome to Salt and Straw." We're like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And she's like, I go, try some stuff. I mean, they do look at the flavors. You look, and there's like salted cookie, caramel. They really go off the board. So she's like, I'll try this. And I'm like, I'm going to try this one. And the guy's like, yeah, this one has like a deeper flavor. It's a little more chocolatey. Like he's going through his bit. All of a sudden, the girl behind us comes up behind me and goes, hey, we're like ready. Can we go? In the middle of our
Wow.
tries. And I go,
Did you smack her?
I said, get the fuck away. And I hit her in the face.
Soundbite.
Court, make that your ringtone. Court starts tomorrow. No, She goes, can I jump in front of you?
Okay.
We're ready.
What did you think of that?
No. We
Okay.
have the guy.
Did she ask you or did she ask the guy?
But when does this end? We're still trying. Does everyone just keep going? What am I, third base coach? Round it in?
Okay.
That's not even the annoying part. She goes, and I go, well, no, we're still trying stuff. Like, we have the guy. We're with the sommelier.
Okay.
Her boyfriend then looks at me and goes, is this going to be like a bit?
Oh,
and
so
I'm
he
like,
knows who you are.
And then he goes, big fan.
Okay.
This is crazy, right? And I'm
What's
like,
crazy?
that
The
his
line?
girlfriend is trying to, he goes, my girlfriend's trying to jump over you while you're taking taste. This is like crazy. This is going to be like a bit or something. And I'm like, with this girl I've never met, this bitch is trying to jump the line. The guy, like, it's almost like
What's the
fourth
sommelier
wall.
doing?
He's like wondering, are you gonna? What's going on?
He's not sure who to serve.
Who does? Well, he's ours.
Okay.
We have him.
You'd have to release him in order
right.
for him to go.
It's
Okay.
my decision as a man
Okay.
to hold on to my sommelier, ice cream sommelier, or not.
Okay.
But it was all so confusing.
What did you do?
I go, I'm Jared. Nice to meet you. To the fan,
Okay.
supposedly. He goes, this is going to be a bit. I go, no.
I mean, yes. I guess.
No, now. He's the bit.
Okay.
Like, this is my whole,
What flavor did you get?
I don't even remember. I
Okay.
didn't give in to him. I just looked at her. I go, we're going to keep trying. No, this isn't going to be a bit. And he goes, yeah, we're a big fan. And I'm like, I wasn't sure if they were in cahoots to like, they're like, hey, fuck with him. Like, do you know what I mean? It became
The phone's coming out.
Right. Well, it became self-referential. Like, for him to ask if there's going to be a bit, like, were they
Right. If they're
planning
such a big
this?
fan, then let you finish your order.
Right. Like, were they fucking with me to like become a bit?
Right.
That like, oh, she tried to jump over me. And then like,
I mean, it worked. If that was
well, he doesn't even, what bothers me is like this whole idea of like, is this content? I'm a comedian because I know what the bit is. You're not because you don't know what the bit is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you are the bit. You're the asshole.
Right.
The guy who's throwing his girlfriend under the bus. What, you want me to make fun of your girlfriend? You're an asshole. That you can't even let me have an There's a nice way to go, hey, I'm a huge fan. Nice to meet you, like a human.
Right, yeah.
Not
No, it's
like,
annoying.
put me through your Squid Game of let me see how mad he gets about my girlfriend trying to jump the line, which is crazy. We get the ice cream. And she's like, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I have to look at this girl. I'm like, I'm sorry about that whole thing. She's like, yeah, that was like crazy. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not like, I was like, I didn't really give him an inch to like make that fun for him. She's like, yeah, no, that was like a bizarre scenario.
So how was the date? So would you recommend an ice cream date?
I would if you don't have this people just like, I would recommend an ice cream date.
So back to our email.
Back to the email. Sorry. I'm more annoyed at is this a bit?
Okay.
You don't know the bit, dude.
So it's
You go do fucking open mics for 10 years. Go fucking ruin your life. Okay?
So yeah, it
Piece of
sounds like
shit.
it was a good
Big
date.
fan. Is this a bit?
Canceled. All right. Anyway, date one was simple and sweet. Ice cream, easy convo, good vibes. Sounds like
Guess
your
it was
date.
better than
Date two was pizza. Things were going well and pretty
Were they
standard
10?
at first.
How many birthday
You
parties
just
can
said
they go
you
to?
went to an ice cream
I
date.
go to pizza and get my goodie
You go to
bags the next
coffee.
one. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. From
It's okay. I'm just from retelling that
This
story.
stupid
I'm
couple
sorry to trigger you.
Made me their puppet. Couldn't even let me be on a date.
Right as I take my very first bite, his phone alarm goes off.
Try to fuck this chick in the rocky road. Get the fuck away from me. Like, what am I supposed to say to him? This is a bit.
Right as I take my very first bite, his phone alarm goes off in the middle of the pizza place. It's 8 p.m. He looks at his phone, smiles, and says, I'll be right back. Then he just gets up and walks outside. I'm thinking maybe it's a work thing, family emergency. I keep eating my pizza. Then I hear a dog howling outside. I didn't pay much attention. A few minutes later, he comes back in, sits down, and smiles at me and says, Did you hear me? Me. Hear what? Him. Me howling at the moon. He goes on to explain at 8 p.m. every night he howls at the moon. He explained that back in California during the pandemic, he and his friends would all go outside and howl to feel connected during lockdown. Kind of like a we're all in this together thing.
I didn't think there would be a bigger loser than the guy I encountered at the ice cream shop.
We found him?
We found him very quickly.
Sweet.
Pandemic was pretty weird, huh?
Also, he it's not even like he did it and she was like, what was that? And he explained it. He was like bragging about it.
Right.
Sweet.
Me and the boys go howl at the moon
Sweet.
in honor of our frontline workers.
Sweet, in theory, but we're not in lockdown or California. And also, what? So after finishing my pizza in awkward silence, because how do you respond to something like that? And he was dead serious. I cut the date shorter than originally planned and told him I was too tired for part 2 of the evening. So J&J, did I jump the gun? Should I have given the Moon Howler another shot? This was not the Teen Wolf fantasy I had in mind. Sincerely, a running from the wolves betch. Side note, my friends still to this day sometimes send me gifs of wolves howling at the moon right at 8 p.m. to mock me.
It is funny to me that the ice cream date and the pizza date and then going and howling at the moon, like you can only do that after you've established you're cool.
Right. It's too early.
It's too early. Like if they were on a second date that they were a little drunk after the bar he took her to.
Here's a funny thing.
Arm around her, like they're making out a little bit, and then he hears his alarm, he goes, "Arr!" It'd be still nerdy, but at least he was cool to like have a little nerdy.
I think you'd have to explain yourself before the date.
I don't know. This is pretty.
There's a way it could work. This is not the way.
No, to relieve yourself, to go howl at the moon.
And then come back and be like, did you hear that?
Right. Right. It's too much nerd.
It's too much. If he was like, they're on the date. So it's so weird. 8 p.m. is coming up. I have to tell you about something really embarrassing that my friends and I did in COVID.
Yeah.
It's like my group chat goes like wild about it. It's very weird, kind of embarrassing. We would all howl at the moon. It would be like our stupid group chat thing. And then we'd like make fun of each other for it.
I don't know. I don't know.
He says, it's about to be 8 p.m. Do you mind?
Right.
There are ways. If everything else was great, I would be like, this is a weird quirk.
It is a weird quirk. Yeah. I listen, there are ways. Also, how long after the pandemic is he still doing this?
I mean, it's now 2025.
Right. Like, is it like, was this like 2021 when he was doing this with his alarm set? Or was this like...
Can they even hear each other? Like
It's just the show of brotherhood. Come on,
right.
Jordana, you don't get it.
I guess I don't. I'm not in the wolf pack.
Yeah.
The fact that he did it, came inside and was like bragging about it.
Did you do the pots and pans?
Maybe once or twice in the beginning.
Right. Like people did the pots and pans.
I don't still do the pots and pans.
Right. And listen, it would even be better for him if he was like, I still keep the alarm just because it brings me back and makes me think of my good friends who I really care about. Like there's a sweet way to go about this too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a little humility about it, not like a bragging like it's a cool thing. The fact that he's like proud of it, like, did you hear that? That's what makes it so losery.
I actually think her not doing the rest of the date has nothing. Like I don't know if this. I do think if they were going great, she would have stayed with it.
Maybe, I don't know, but he'd be a different person.
Oh, really?
If it was good.
It's such a not cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, that's like to me, it's like Phil Dunphy kind of area. Like it's, the dad from Modern Family. Like it's doofy dad type of shit.
Again,
that
it's
you
not
would
even
like
that he
if you were married to him.
It's not even that he does it.
Mm-hmm. It's the lack of humility.
It's the way
right.
he presented it, the lack of shame around it. It's too early.
Right. Getting up to, hey, I need a moment.
It's too early.
Is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we've had sex, deal breaker.
Right. What if he did it while coming?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking. My boys and I, every time we fuck, we give out one wolf howl.
Then go fuck each other. Okay. Let's do an advice email.
Let's do it.
All right, you want to read it?
Big fan of all your hard work in solving dating. I wanted to ask for your take on having an Instagram presence when it comes to dating. Here's my situation. I'm a 31-year-old female, newly back in the dating scene after a 2.5-year hiatus, during which I also took a break from social media, including Instagram, to focus on my mental health.
What did she do with all her time? No Instagram, no dating?
She must have so many hobbies.
Right? I'm jealous.
Right. I am jealous. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of like the hump to get over. Like,
well, you're a little bit like, what is going on in the world?
Well, it's kind of like when we did the recaps for Love is Blind.
Mm-hmm.
we did the recaps before the episodes came out. It was and we talked about this on the recaps, that how weird it was to give an opinion before knowing what the
Group
world
opinion is. Yeah.
had opinions on. So you're probably more freed up to like have your own thoughts and not be swayed.
Totally.
Like your biases are totally different without social media.
It sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, but also I read 31, newly back in the dating scene after a 2.5-year hiatus, during which I also took a break from social media, including Instagram, to focus on my mental health. I am wondering, as are you, well, based on you saying what'd you do with your time, it is like something people hear. Mm-hmm. That nobody hears that and just goes on with the conversation. So either what did you do with all that extra time is a worthwhile question.
What drove you to get off?
What happened?
Well, it's
what
like someone who's like, I haven't.
2 years ago.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like if someone said to you, I stopped drinking 2.5 years ago to focus on my mental health. I would say, if you said that 2 years from now, I would say, what happened?
What type of drinking were you doing? Yeah.
Sure.
And then there's got to be an elevator pitch of sorts. Or
sure.
There's probably a better way of saying that. Not elevator pitch, but like there's got to be a paragraph that you have. Now I'm faced with the question to reactivate or not reactivate. What does this have to do with dating? Well, my main reason for wanting to reactivate is the temptation to vet any potential guys on Insta to get a better read. And not for like stalking each individual match, but if down the line I started seeing someone, I feel like I would have to know what his online presence is. I am not against reactivating, but I'm hesitant because part of me does like being off Insta. And I promise I'm not like the annoying vegan about it. I don't feel the need to bring it up at any opportunity and lecture people about how much better it is to be off it. I just genuinely like the feeling of not getting updates from irrelevant people and not having the potential to see things that would take up unnecessary mental clutter. That all being said, I can't sit here and say that a person's online presence is not relevant in this day and age of dating. So what do you think? Is being on socials a necessary tool for dating? Am I also maybe missing the potential to use it to put my best face forward and maybe a good DM slide? Or is Insta outdated or not necessary when it comes to measuring matches? And this is just entirely me overthinking a simple thing, probably. But would love to hear your take and possible roast. Don't worry, I have thick skin. Thanks again. Lots of love from a loyal listener, ready to have a good single summer. So, what do we think?
I don't think she should change her social media habits. I think she's been doing well without Instagram. I don't think she's like, I understand where she's like, I need to like know what someone's Instagram is like before I know if they'd be a good match for me or if they think, so I can judge them based on it. But I actually think that if you don't have a social media presence is like sort of hypocritical.
No, I'm with you. If a tree falls in the woods and there's no one there to hear it,
right?
Did it make a sound?
Yeah.
It's
She's like,
very similar.
I want this so I can judge everyone's social media, but you've also taken yourself out of the game so that you can't be judged.
Right. I guess I thought of it a different way. It's like, what do you care what other people think of your partner's social media that you never see?
Yeah.
Like, if they're great to you and you have no idea that they're like doing selfies every day.
Sure.
They do get ready with me every night that you kind of like would grimace at.
Right. Well, that's kind of the thing about, I think, being off social. I think she says like the idea behind being off social media is like, I guess, or the negative thing that can come with it is like, oh, you think you're too good for social media. Mm-hmm. When really it's like the people who are off social media can't really handle social media, which is not a bad thing. I think it's totally fine. Everyone just should take a break or like understand it. But it's like, it's usually not that those people like are too good for it. It's like that it affects them more than other people.
I think we're mixing two things. I agree with you because I was thinking like, I've never heard of someone being like, I have no social media whatsoever. I got off at 2 years. I've never not had, like my first thought when someone says I've been off of social media for 2 years is that their last moment on social media was them going, "Ah!"
Yes.
That's how I imagine every social media ending happens.
Yes.
I've never thought of someone being like, I need off social media, and they went, delete, and we're just totally fine. There's something that happened. There's something you couldn't handle. There's something that like you were wary of. It's a little bit of a moment of vulnerability that you have to show for what the fuck happened. The other issue in this is judging what their social media presence is.
Right. But I'm saying those two go hand in hand.
Well, I don't know.
I think.
Do they?
I think they do, because it's like there's social, like obviously the purest, most wonderful form of social media, if you were to think of like all the positives, is like I'm getting updates on what my friends are up to. I get to see like their kids grow up with that, but I don't get to see them every week. I'm more in touch with like people who live far away, and I get really good tips for like hacks for like various things that I could
Odds
be doing.
and ends in my life. Yeah.
Right?
So judging someone else is part of that, like.
But like the judging someone else part, and I think if you're using it to judge other people or base your own life based on like how it compares to these other people, then it's going to be like the most depressing to you.
Right, but I just think like she's like, I think the vetting thing, like if you don't need it, like I tried writing down the pros and cons of social media and dating. And the pro was you get to look up someone that you didn't really know yet. And then the con was you get to look up someone you don't really know yet.
Yeah.
So I think, do you need to look everyone up that you date to feel safer? You might, but then you could Google
them.
Right. Yeah. And you would get their Instagram and you would see what they allow you to see. If it's a private account, sure. You get to see their one picture that they put up, but you'll see they follow 250. They get followed by 350.
Right. But there's also many other things you could look at.
But I'm just saying that in itself, follow 250, followed by 350, picture of them in a costume from Halloween, normal person, generally. Those are all good signs. You know, like then your Google could bring up their Twitter, their TikTok. Oh, okay, a little piece of them. They exist. I don't think you need more than that. You know, like beyond that, you have what you got on the dating app and your conversation that made you want to go on a date with them. Go, be safe, go somewhere public.
I think it's better to not
be
getting too much information.
Right, and based on this person where they're saying like, I just feel better off it. You feel better off it. Like, I'm trying to think.
Have you dated people off of Instagram?
Have I dated people from Instagram?
Off of like not on Instagram.
Yeah.
Who don't have social media.
Yeah, and here's the thing. She's saying, well, I can't be looked up myself. I don't think guys look that much into it. You try to look them up, and then if you can't find them,
right, you're not like, forget it, I'm not going.
Right.
Or if you are, you're like really just looking for one thing, I think.
Right. Honestly, if I do find them and find a whole thing, it can only talk me out of the date.
That's my thought. It's like the more you see, the more things there are to be turned off by.
Right. So I don't think social media is needed for dating. Like if you're keeping a social media account because you're dating, I think you're making up an excuse to have social media.
Right. If you want it back, just say so.
Right. You can, the DM slide, I don't think you need it. You want to go, I think keeping it simple is like the way to go. Download a dating app. If someone asks you what's your deal with social media, I couldn't find you. I actually deleted it all 2 years ago. I really just feel better. There was a moment where I was kind of feeling down from it, kind of living a comparative life, and I didn't really like how it made me feel. So I took a month. A month turned into two turned into 2 years. Now I'm here. That's a pretty simple answer. You know, I just don't think the idea that like, are you a worse or better?
I agree, but it also makes sense to me, sort of what I was saying in the beginning. Yeah. It makes sense to me that she would think that, because what she's thinking, like what she's associating social media with is a judgment. That's why she's off of it. And I'm not saying that's inaccurate, because that's a huge part of it, is like judging others and having them judge you in your mind positively.
So she's saying she's getting a judgment for not being there.
And she's saying like, I want to judge. I want to, like, the whole reason, like, it's almost like that's the reason she has the addiction. Like she's like, I want this so that I can,
her addiction. Her problem is that
I want to re-download this so that I can judge others.
Right.
It's sort of the reason that she deleted it in the first place.
Right. So I'm thinking of scenarios where you're a year into dating someone. Okay. So let's say a year in, and then you find out about your friends start following your boyfriend on social media. And one of your friends goes, I know you don't have social media. Have you seen what he does? And is there anything they could tell you that would make you rethink the relationship? That's kind of, if I'm to like follow her insecurities of like, I would judge someone and not date them. All the things that would be said a year in they would all be kind of okay, I think.
I agree. I think there might be stuff that you might be like, oh, like I remember with Mike, like I didn't follow him on Twitter. I didn't even have Twitter, I think, when I met him.
Yeah.
And then
Huge politics guy.
I mean, that would be something where it would be like very, I think he had one tweet. It was like a corny tweet from like years, but I think it was like a tweet about McDonald's and Burger King and one being better than the other.
He is controversial. You know, Mike has always been the most controversial guy.
Yes, he's always been trying to start shit.
He's a big pot stirrer.
And it was like a stupid, like cheesy tweet.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's the kind of thing where I'm like, I'm glad I didn't see this, like when I was like searching you online.
Right.
Because like, it's stupid, but I might have judged, if I didn't know anything about you, maybe I would have been like, this guy's kind of cheesy and weird.
It's almost, because I was, like, if you think of things in that way, you only find out a year later, even 6 months.
Right.
6 months in, you're dating someone, you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend. You find out they have a tweet about how the Whopper is better than the Big Mac.
Did you also see the tweet?
I saw
that sounds exactly.
He said the Whopper outdoes the Big Mac 10 out of 10 times.
Let me see if I could find it.
I hope not, for my sake, because
you respect Mike.
No, because all my like if you can find his from 30 years ago, like we're all fucked. But I just don't know what she gains from it. She gains negativity,
right?
And she's looking to have this hot girl dating summer.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I think that, to me, I trust my own judgment of character enough that I would think a year in, there's nothing that I wouldn't have already found out about who this person is that what someone else could have gleaned from social media.
Right. Hey, every Tuesday, they do like a Taco Tuesday where they like rank Taco Bells. You'd go, yeah, I know. He's really into this taco thing. Like you would know.
Yeah.
And it'd be a quirk, as you said. But, well, we solved dating again.
We did it. We'll be back next week.
Boom.